I like when that wet on no toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The big left foot of Sebastian Janikowski ready to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. Switzer now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down. At the 28-yard line.
Set! Like 80!
They go play action here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Cut! Booker T! Gun! Gun! Spot that! Spot that!
After the interception, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
14. Be alert, be alert. Check three.
Throwing again. Wilson being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. This is caught inside the 15. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
To the right side and complete to Washington. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Charles, the Seattle Seahawks, they were 8-5 going into a Week 15 game against the 49ers, a team that they had beaten 10 straight times, and then they lose that game surprisingly 26-23, and as they tried to carry momentum toward the playoffs, I was surprised at that outcome.
I was beyond surprised. I thought that game was pretty much a lock because of the momentum Seattle was bringing in, the level of play that they were bringing, and you're taking out a team in San Francisco who's on their third quarterback. Although that young man, Nick Mullins, has acquitted himself quite well. But now, Seattle's got to sweat it out a little bit. The last couple of weeks of the season, trying to get one of the 2 remaining wild card spots, they've got Kansas City in a primetime game before they end up in their last game of the season. So look out for Seattle, but at the same time, they've got some work to do.
And the tight end Dixon left side. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. This is Carson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, Wilson. He hits more on the screen. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. Third down here.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Sebastian Janikowski to try the Seahawks field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in a fight for the AFC North, a fight for their playoff lives. But if they find themselves playing in January, they might look back to that Week 15 win over New England as really the thing that got them over the top.
And remember, that stopped a 3-game losing streak. And when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers fighting for their lives to go to the playoffs, they fought in that game against New England, got off the deck, and they came out swinging and played really, really well. So if they go down, qualify for the playoffs, win the AFC North, and if they're dangerous, that will be the game. I agree with you totally.
On second down, Roethlisberger flushed out right. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
They go play action with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Carson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
19.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin.
And his first carry, he loses the football. He'll get it up the middle. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. They go option right on second and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Frank Clark able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's Roethlisberger. Flipping left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there limiting that.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did, Charles.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Zebra. 12.
Here's Wilson to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 7 yards there on the keeper, but still 4th down.
Tempo.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Caught here by Bell. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we
The offense on third down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Focus, focus. Jack 16. Iggy. Set. 230. Jack 16. Iggy. What's that?
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Wilson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. J.D. McKissick, 36 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Pressure comes.
Money back. Money back.